Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another Grandcross video, and today we're going to be making a top 5 video of characters that should be coming to, or not should be, that should come to Grandcross. Well, I would like to, not that they are going to come ever in the time, but this game is almost in its first year, or it is in its first year in Japan if I'm not wrong, and the game has still a long way to go, a bunch more characters that we have yet to get, and hopefully some actual special characters, which we will talk about later on in the video. So, we're going to start off with my top 5, which have a better chance than what we're going to name later on. And 2 of them are already in the game, which are just not really playable. So let's start off with like the most obvious one, which is very well playable, even on the global side of Grand Cross. So if you head over to the menu and go to replay story, yeah, so you go to where memories go, I think, and you click this icon up here. Yeah, so if you go to daily mission, you can actually fight as Matrona, who is a character you can play in story mode, but she's not available in the game. You can even see her stats here and all that stuff. And yeah, you can see right there, she's got a model, she's got actual animations, she's got uniques. But I do think, obviously, if they do ever add it to the game, especially at the later point in the game, I think the stats will change on these cards right now. Like, I think they just have just basic placeholder stuff, but obviously she does have animation with a special move, which we can watch. I'll record it afterwards so you can see it in game now, so you can just pretty much see me using her and seeing her moves and stuff like that. But obviously hoping for an SSR version of her where she comes into the game and yeah, pretty much have like a combined ultimate with Diane, for example. I don't remember the anime. She does do a certain special move, but she very well could make one up. But you can see she has outfits too. Well, she would have outfits, obviously, if she gets into the game. And she is the only character that's in the game that's like playable, but not also playable. I guess Demon Hendrickson, for example, is a character that we haven't gotten yet. So he could be like an honorable mention for this video, where you could actually play as him rather than him just being like a somewhat of a skin for the other Hendrickson. But it's like the human / like half demon form. I don't know what it is. But there we go. That's the first character on the list for actual coming to the game. Now the next one, which I wanted to make a video on, like I planned making this video a while ago, and he was gonna be like, he's the reason why I'm making this video, because I want him in the game so much, is Skinino, or the Skinny Escanor, which, you know, why not? He's like one of my favorite characters. Like, well, Escanor, I'm sure everyone's his favorite character, right? But Skinino is also the character I really want, because he's skinny form, right? But I do believe in the recent story chapter, you can see a screenshot on screen right now, he does have a model. And I think he has a skin as well, like his like beardless, like normal form without his armor. So maybe that could be a banner. I don't know. I'm making this video now, so very well by the time you're watching this video, or in like a week or two, he could come out on the game. But yeah, so Escanor, skinny version, the simp, basically. I want him in the game. He jokes to play us, and it's funny to see his actual animations, because obviously, like, he doesn't necessarily fight. Maybe he'll have like sort of a Gallant ultimate where he transforms for the ultimate, which we'll go over later on as well. But yeah, he is the character that's already in the game pretty much, and hopefully they actually start animating him and make him into an actual character. So the next 3 characters are going to be more, they're in the game, but they're not playable, or I guess only in cutscenes. And I would very well much like to have these guys in the game. So firstly, we're going to start with the OG Elizabeth, or Liz. Basically, the first Elizabeth that Medeos falls in love with. We haven't seen her in the game. We haven't seen her as a character. I don't know why. She could very well have like a good. I mean, I guess she doesn't fight in the anime. I haven't watched, or manga. I haven't read past season 2, pretty much. And I don't know what, if she does come back or anything like that. I doubt it though. But yeah, she is a character that is very popular in the community, and I think there was things before by people in Japan saying she's coming, and I think obviously people just chatting shit. But yeah, she is a character that I do want to come into the game. Obviously, we haven't seen much of her, so as for her moveset, could be literally anything, but she could have sort of like a self-destruct maybe. We could very well get like a passive where, you know, if she dies, your team, people in your team get like a buff, because obviously, you know, she dies in the anime or in the story, and then Medeos powers up and just pretty much annihilates the whole field. To obviously make a balance, I guess they wouldn't be able to do that with, you know, rather than just buffing Medeos, you could just buff the whole team, like just a massive stat buff if she does die first, similar to like what we have like Elizabeth now in the actual draw summon, where she dies, she heals everyone. adds orb gauge and it also purifies as well. So pretty much a sort of ability like that where you want her to die first. And yeah, she could have a pretty cool combined attack with Meliodas. And it'd be good to see the actual parrot, the bird, as well, in the animation as well. Because, you know, they very well could actually do that. If you know right now, Elizabeth has a 2 Elizabeth. It's like Goddess Elizabeth. But then there's also Hawk. Yes, you have Hawk and Elizabeth, which basically a separate character on its own, and we very well could get that with Liz and whatever the parrot's called. I could search it up, but I really can't be asked. Just yeah, her and a parrot, we could very well get pretty much a reskin of Hawk and Elizabeth, but just another character that people actually would probably rather enjoy. So that's the first 3 characters. Now the next 2, once again, is a bit of a stretch because they're not original characters. We have already seen the characters in the game, but we're gonna actually go over to Full Armor Gopher. Now, obviously, we do know this would be very weird because typically, for example, you have Gopher here, starts off without his armor, then he gets it on. That's typically what the coin shop sins do, right? They get the, well, I guess like, yeah, some of the sins they start off normal, then you have their armor on. But I guess actually no, wait, he gets without his armor. So yeah, his actual, so yeah, it's damaged armor like this, how it looks like the big form, but then it transforms. So basically, you know, there's no limit to it because we do have like big Diane, so it's not like a size issue. They very well could actually have a big Gopher, even though obviously it won't be Gila's dad, it'll be Gopher in the armor, because obviously we have seen Gopher in the armor before, and he pretty much just sits in small. And in the anime, he does open up, and you can see him inside, and pretty much how he controls the armor, and that could be one of his ultimates. He gets out of his armor, doesn't move, or like just blasts them, or just something unique really. But I do think it's a cool idea to actually have big armor Gopher in the game, because we do have Diane, who is both big and small. So why not have big? It also goes towards Escanor. Why not have big skinny Escanor and big Gopher when we have small Gopher and big Escanor? We can pretty much get the reverse of them two and add them to the game. So next will be the last character that I wanted to list, which is going to be what we call it? We call it Stupid Meliodas, Stupid Demon form Meliodas. The first time he awakens. Obviously I have the in-game footage of the cutscene. Pretty much this is my favorite form of Demon Meliodas. I don't know why. I just like the blank expression on his face. And when we did get Demon Meliodas added to the game, I thought that was going to be him, because obviously I don't play Japan. But yeah, this one I can't show you right now, but I guess I can find a screenshot. He's so evil. It's just a little thing, right? But like, he's so evil, and I guess I like the marking on his face. I guess covers like half his face. I don't know. We haven't got that one yet, and I think that could be a pretty good Meliodas to have, because obviously we did just get a bunch of new. Well, Japan just got their new last Fane Meliodas, who like broken. So we very well could get a new Demon Meliodas, because the new Meliodas in Japan, like it resets all the outfits and it's basically like a new Meliodas. So we could very well get a new Demon form Meliodas where it's basically uncontrollable Meliodas. Like this one's basically the evil one, like from the newer season. But yeah, that is going to be all. Basically, top 5 characters that I want to come to the game, which is Escanor. That's what I'm dubbing him. We have Matrona, we have Big Armor Gopher, we have Uncontrollable Demon Meliodas, and then also OG Elizabeth, or the first Elizabeth, or Liz, whatever you want to say it. But I do want to hopefully go over some things in the future. So yeah, we basically just touched on the surface of what they can do in the game, because obviously they have gone out of the way and pretty much made a lot of these characters unique, and a lot of effort has gone into the models, for example. So it would be pretty shame to see some of them not get used. But I want to go over some things too. So first, I guess to see more of honorable mentions is actually going to be Oslo and King. So similar to what we have with Elizabeth and Hawk, we can just have Oslo and King. As for the moveset, I don't know what it will be, because it would just be weird, but it would be pretty cool to see them do it. And obviously, we do have Elizabeth and Hawk, which is essentially a dual unit, but with an animal. So they very well could do that with Oslo and King. But that goes on to the next thing, is actual dual units. Bunch of stuff they can do with that. I guess like King Diane, you can have Escanor and Merlin as like a solo, like their own character, but both of them fight together. Like because we always have 2 skills, right? We have 2 skills in Ultimate. So one skill could be Merlin attacking, the next skill could be Escanor attacking, and then also the ultimate, essentially a combined attack. Yeah, pretty much a combined attack, right? But just both of them doing it together. But if they do want to go one step further, they could do an attack where, obviously, the ultimate where it's just Merlin and Escanor as the dual unit, but then you have a combined attack, which is Escanor, Merlin, and someone else, so a three-way combined attack. That could be a special thing they could do. But yeah, so we are in the first year of the Japan version, so we very well, in the next like 2-3 years, because I don't think the game's going to die down anytime soon, we very well could end up getting, you know, the dual units. So next, we're going to go over transforming characters. Now, it's funny enough, every Sin does this. Every Sin transforms, which would be pretty jokes to see in the game. And we've already seen it with Galland. I can show you the animation now while we're talking about it. He doesn't transform, but he does, like, you know, for the ultimate transforms, but then goes back to normal. So, you know, they could do it for a bunch of, I guess, some commandments. But you can see here, you can see right now he's going to transform. Oh, okay, I don't have it on. Okay, well, I guess I'll edit in. So basically, yeah, he transforms, and you can see him, like, he spikes up, he gets all, like, bulky and stuff like that. But then after the actual animation ends, he just goes back to normal. So why not make it so whenever, a character transforms, so whenever a character can transform, they basically use the ultimate, and then they stay in that form, which is a buff version of what they were before, which... Would it work very well in the game? Kinda. It would definitely be... It's more of a unique thing, right? Why not? So this goes back to what we were talking about before. So every Sin could do it. So we could have Meliodas, who transforms into Demon Meliodas when he uses ultimate. We have Gopher, who... How would Gopher do it? I'm not really sure how Gopher would do it. Because technically he tends to adore. So... I don't know. Maybe... He goes into his big armor. I'm just trying to speculate right now. Not really sure how Gopher would do it. But I do know Escanor, for example, could be Escanor, for example, but then also transform into Big Chad, Escanor, basically in the sunlight, and that could be him. We have Merlin, who transformed to a little lolly. I guess that could work. Like, she de-transforms. I don't know. I don't really know about that one, but because technically it should be like lower level power scale. So how would that buff her up? But she could start off with her lolly form and then transform into the big woman version. Barn. I don't really know about Barn. Obviously it depends. They could make it so it'd be weird, right? Because you have different weapons. Like if you look at I'm not really sure what they can do with Barn, but this goes back to Diane. So Diane right now has the fighter's Diane, or like the Matrona Diane, I guess the small version, which basically she uses her fist, right? But then when she transforms into a big version, she uses the hammer, Gideon. So if she were a transforming unit, she'll basically be a fist, but then transform into a big version of herself. But then she's a fist, so how would they do that in the cosmetics? Because does she have a weapon? Yeah, she's a hand, right? So it'd be kind of weird, but they definitely very well could do it. And I guess if they were to have an extra accessory, no, they could do it. They would basically split it up. So like, you know, this is like a white version of a fist, but then if she switches to a hammer, it's basically a white hammer. They very well could do that. There's nothing really stopping them from doing it. But yeah, so obviously Diane will transform from small to big. Then we have, yeah, so I think that's all the characters. We have Diane, who goes from big to small. We have Escanor, who goes from big to small. We have Demon, or Meliodas, who goes from demon form to, or I guess normal form to demon form. Then we have Gopher, who not really sure what he can do, but they can definitely do something. Same with Barn, not really sure what he can do for him. But also Merlin, they could make a small version into a big version and make him super OP. And a bunch of characters can do this, don't get me wrong. To name a few, I guess you can do Hellbrim. You can make him, I guess, the Hellbrim, the version that he takes over in the anime. What else can they do? They could do... yeah, you got Hendrickson too. You can just transform into demon form, like how he stages in the actual story missions. Bunch of characters, so that's pretty much going to be it, guys. I don't want the video to be too long, but yeah, we have our 5 characters that hopefully come to the game, which will be Escanor. We have OG Elizabeth, Stupid Form Meliodas, Matrona, who's already in the game, and a Big Armor Gopher, with the also the exception of like some honorable mentions, which will be Oslo and King. Transforming characters, and hopefully Galan too. So basically, even the commandments, I guess the commandments could also have transforming characters. So yeah, that's gonna be all for today, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that button, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.